If it hurts, you ain't breaks, we'll get you know it up, put on more speed. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, through the game, tap, this win it. First, you again, here for the first minute. Can everybody keep it there for 60 minutes?
Rocky Top will always be.
All I know is go Vols, because that's all I know. Go Vols!
Doesn't have to be perfect, ain't gonna be perfect. We go compete for 60 freaking minutes. All right, enjoy the opportunity, enjoy the environment, and then go play our butts off, play for one another, and have a hell of a lot of fun. Everybody got me?
Yes,
all right.
Just making sure that the little things are taken care of, like getting our cleats in the dirt and just playing.
What we have to do is make sure that we got our cleats in the ground before the ball is snapped. I think that's the key to the game, and make sure that
just get our cleats in the ground, execute calls, the urgency of communicating and getting lined up.
Yeah, you got to get your cleats in the ground and you got to go play.
Oh my God, we should leave it at that.
Okay.
We should close with that. That is the mind blower of mind blowers.
Good.
Hey, it's us against the world, fellas. It's us against the world, fellas. Don't nobody believe in us. Don't nobody believe in us. We don't need nobody to believe in us. I believe in you. I believe in you. I know you a dog. I know you a dog. I know we some dogs, man. Hey, all this preparation we put in, all this been talking about. Hey, it's time to go release pain, man. It's time to go put it in real. Let's go. Tennessee on 2, 1, 2, Tennessee. Ball, Tennessee, ready. Ball, Tennessee, ready. Ball, Tennessee, ready. Oh.
Make the decision. You're either a Vol or you're not, through thick and thin.
But you know what? Let's talk a little Vols. That is not me trying to take any shine away from the phenomenal channel Talkin VAWLS and my guy Boogie Bentley runs. So shout out to them. But let's talk a little Vols here.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Foul Ming is in the house. Coach Jay on the grass. Not only on the grass, I think he's in the booth. He's in the booth. He's got to go coach some real football. We sit around and we talk about football, and we play with our little digitally animated men on EA Sports College Football. Some of us actually have a job to do. We got to coach, but guess what? It's Boogie and Foul on a Friday. Man, nothing sounds more dangerous than Boogie and Foul on a Friday morning. Grab that grade A grounds coffee, pull up a chair, smash that thumbs up, share out the link, let somebody know we're live. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Those door fees are also appreciated, so come on in. Let's get into it. Foul Ming, we're going on the road. We talked it's kind of been the narrative all week long is playing on the road in the SEC is tough. Tennessee going on the road to Starkville looking for that first conference win. Josh Heupel, Jeff Lebby's storyline. Man, I've been pretty confident in this game preseason. Once the season starts, the closer we get to the game, it's kind of like, yeah, winning on the road is tough. If you don't win this game, it's going to be real tough to make the college football playoff. It's almost a must-win game for Tennessee on Saturday.
Yeah, well, first of all, I don't know who set this thing up, but allowed us just to run this show this morning. This could go south in a hurry. That's not always a bad thing, but we're all caffeined up this morning. That's a little different than Sundays, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit of the same vibe this morning. But I'm fired up, ready to go. Cleats back on the grass, man. I like first real road test, right? I mean, we're not counting the neutral site. I mean, that's a little, it's not home, but it's nowhere near a road environment, especially not a road environment SEC. We're going to find out some things this week. We're going to find out what kind of team you got. I mean, we've all heard it all week. We've heard all the narratives. I mean, similar teams, similar backgrounds. I've even heard people try to tell me that Levy taught Heupel this offense. Maybe he did, but it's quite the narrative from some other takes. But can we stay poised? Can we stay patient? Can we keep doing the same things we're doing that's got us this far? I think Mississippi State's much improved from last year. You're always going to have that year or two under a new coach. He's got more of his guys. He's got a chance to use the transfer portal. He's got the guys who want to be in his system, want to buy into his culture, have now had a year to solidify that. But it's really going to come down to, I think, who makes who play left-handed. Both guys know what the other one wants to do. Both guys know, like, I want to establish a run game. I want to take the top off. I want, all these little things, and we'll get into this stuff down the road here. But like, if you're that similar, it's going to come down to road environment. Can Tennessee handle that? And then who can make who play left-handed by who makes the other one do things they don't want to do, make them win in ways they don't want to try to win. Just it's going to be a real chess game between Levy and Heupel, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
Do you buy into this? And I know you were in the chat on Wednesday, so I don't want to kind of regurgitate the conversation, but I'm just curious to what you think. We talk about winning on the road in the SEC, and it is tough. It's not, look, Mississippi State, Starkville. I mean, Scoops brought it up on Wednesday night. They're having biscuits and gravy wrestling. I'm sure you're going to be en route to Starkville as soon as this stream ends.
I
you can get in on
but
that.
I am now.
So. I mean, why would you not? I think
I'll pick up Scoops on the way. I think we're just going to roll together. We'll meet Kaner after the game. I think he says he's going to cover it live. We'll run the camera and stuff for him. It'll be good.
I mean, why not? Why would you not want to be there for biscuits and gravy wrestling? Look, it's
if
not.
you had to celebrate your first big road win, what better way, really? I mean, if you think about it in your heart of hearts,
you
had to celebrate in Starkville.
Going south in a hurry. But the bottom line is you're not going to the swamp, right? You're not going to Oklahoma. You're not going. It's still tough to win on the road in the SEC. And the narrative that Josh Heupel sucks on the road. And we brought up the numbers. We brought up the stats. Knox News Sentinel. Shout out to Adam Sparks for the article. Disavow. Why are you taking down the article? They put it behind a paywall now. I guess you get a little free taste of Knox News Sentinel. And then, no, we're going to put it behind a paywall. So I don't have the exact numbers, but it was Alabama at the top. It was Georgia at the top. Tennessee fourth. Yeah. Since 2021, Josh Heupel is like fourth, fifth in the country. Everybody behind Josh Heupel is either 500 or worse. So it's not really that Josh Heupel struggles on the road. It's that everybody in the SEC struggles on the road.
Yeah, I think what makes this so, just to put a bad taste in everybody's mouth, is it's been so close at times. It's some of these games have been like, I mean, you've talked about all, and we won't have to rehash it because we've talked about it this week, but some of those games could have easily went the other way or should have, or Tennessee just didn't show it. And shout out Coach, how you lost, right? Like it really doesn't matter. I know it sounds cliche, but he's right. And that's how it matters, because if you just didn't have a team that could compete, or you got blown out, but you expected to, like things like that, it's like, okay, stuff happens. It's on the road, whatever. But when you get those heartbreakers over and over and over, that's what puts such a bad taste in the fan base's mouth. You're like, so what if you have a team that can compete or a better team? It's like, okay, so what gives? What puts us over the hump? When you start saying, okay, if we have the better team and don't win, what's the first thing you're going to say? Well, we got outcoached. Maybe we did, or maybe you got outplayed. I mean, just because you have the more athletic team or the more impressive team doesn't mean you can't get outplayed. There's times when you just didn't show up, or you got too lackadaisical, or you took and sometimes it does go back to coaching. You take your foot off the gas too soon. We've seen that happen time and time again. So there's little narratives like, okay, when Heupel takes his foot off the gas in some of these road games that we're like, what are you doing? You're on the road. We gotta push. We can't, let him get momentum at home. Well, what if we'd won those? Well, then he's a genius. Then it's like, well, we should have played conservative. Watch him. He run the clock out. We got out of there with a win. That's all that matters, right? Win.
Oklahoma, right? Oklahoma, it worked. Arkansas didn't. Same game plan. Game plan.
What if Oklahoma came back? Could you imagine that narrative last year? The sky would have been falling.
Or if Arkansas, the game plan worked. What if Arkansas, the game plan worked?
Exactly.
You get out with a dub. You're all of a sudden playing for an SEC championship. You got a better seed in the college football playoff.
And that could come down to your roster itself. Can these guys take the foot off the gas, but still stay poised, still stay patient, still you don't have to be aggressive to get just first down, keep drives going, yada yada. Like just because we're not taking the top off, don't mean we need to run 3 dive plays. You know what I mean? Like we can be no, they don't have to be aggressive, but you know what I'm saying? Like we can keep our playbook open. That's the part that it seems frustrating sometimes, is because we're either wide the F open or just in straight first gear and not coming out of it. Like it seems like we don't have that balance sometimes, but I don't know. That could be play calling. That could be the roster and the players so used to going fast that when you do slow down, it just throws the whole thing out of rhythm. So it throws all your timing off. So if that's the case, we need to be aware of that and just say, you know what, either we win by 50 or we don't, but we got to stay pedal to the metal.
Yeah, if you can't run your offense without running tempo, then run tempo and score 90. Like don't if you can't execute. And I think that's why Josh Heupel was so pissed off in the Georgia game on that 3rd down. You brought it up. I saw it. I rewatched it, tried to figure out what was going on. I think he loved the play call. A little trap play. I think he loved it. I think he thought he had something set up. And just one little miss, and you get drugged down and tackled. But yeah, I'm with you, man. If you can't run this offense without tempo, then guess what? Go run tempo and go put it in the end zone. Don't give them an opportunity. Let me catch up with the chat. We got over 200 people watching live on this Friday morning edition of Talkin VAWLS. We appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, on these morning shows, it is brought to you by Grade A Grounds Coffee. You can go to gradeagrounds.com. Use that promo code VAWLS. You're going to get 20% off that purchase. The relationship is just a natural fit. This company is founded and operated by an East Tennessee guy, a VFL. He graduated from the University of Tennessee. I'm pretty sure if you took a knife to his arm and stabbed him, he is going to bleed orange. All this guy talked about on the golf course. Dauber brought him out for a golf tournament. I said, Dauber, why are you bringing this guy out? Well, come to find out, he was a ringer. He's pretty dang good at golf. So he came out, played a little golf. We talked Tennessee football, the relationship, the fit. It was all natural. I don't want to turn this into a bunch of marketing and advertising. It's for the fans, by the fans, but this one made sense because he's just like me. He's just like you guys in the chat. So go check him out, gradeagrounds.com. Use that promo code VAWLS. The cool thing is, VAWLS, the cool thing is you guys in the chat are starting to get your coffee. So you don't just have to believe me that this blueberry coffee is delicious. You don't have to believe Coach Jay that organized chaos is delicious. You guys are getting those shipments in, and you guys are now giving that feedback to us. Everybody is raving about that blueberry coffee. But go check it out, gradeagrounds.com. Now let me catch up with you guys in the chat. We've got a few super chats here, which we appreciate. Banjo for 2, nothing to say, just a tip in the tip jar. We appreciate that. Todd Landers for 2 says, Dorfy, need more coffee or bourbon, either one. Put a little bourbon in the coffee. That's what they say around here in East Tennessee. Corey Cook, yeah, you ever wonder what's in that coffee mug? Corey Cook for 2. Dorfy, GBO, time to wake up defense. We'll talk some defense tonight. Vols Girl drops a 10, says Dorfy, good morning, y'all. Good morning, Vols Girl. We appreciate you. Dakota VFL's been a member for 42 months. By the way, that reminds me. We're doing this membership drive every single live stream. 35 members is going to be a free t-shirt. Tatholta won the last stream t-shirt. I'm shipping his out soon. You have an opportunity to win, but we got to get to 35 memberships. I put the link in the description. You can gift them. Gift 5, gift 10. Hell, gift all 35. I don't care. If you don't have a Power T beside your name, they say you're a Mississippi State fan. You can fix it. Hit the join button down below. Dakota's been a member for 42 months. We're going to stick those cowbells up the That's aggressive.
Hey,
That
I know
is,
some ball fans are bringing them with them, so maybe they're lubed up and ready to go.
well, they're calling it a whiteout. We're all going to wear orange. So are we checkering? Are we checkering their stadium? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Donovan for 10 says 4 opening drives this year. We have gotten a possible 24 out of 28 points. Take the ball first. Keep it going. This is going to be a wild one. Vols 56, State 44. Holy smokes. If they score 44, the postgame show is going to suck because everybody's going to be mad about the defense. That's the only talking point it's going to be.
I mean, is that really out of the question, though, if you think about it?
No.
I've heard 2 narratives. I mean, well, I've heard 1,000 narratives, but the 2 main narratives is like, okay, Tennessee's going to show up, they're the better team, and just blow them out. Then you got the whole, well, what if this turns into a shootout and it's Levy versus Heupel and who pulls the trigger last kind of a thing? And sign me up for both. Like, I could see either one happening. I really could. I mean, we'll get into it later, but we've give up way too many yards in the air. Like, here's a weird one, and I know we'll talk about it because somebody's going to mention it in the video later, but the pass rush versus the yards given up through the passing game don't add up. They don't line up. We're like 6th in sacks, and we're like 126th in passing yards allowed. I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll get into it, but just because he brought it up, I wanted to bring that point up. And it's a fair point. It's a fair point. We could give up 40 points. We really could, but we could also score 60. So let's see what happens.
He also says, stop complaining about Cowbell's people. I talked about it Wednesday night. I'm going to say it again here because Donovan's talking about scoring 24 out of 28 points on opening drives. Tennessee scored every time they've got the football on their first drive, 3 touchdowns, 1 field goal. But not just that, man. The first quarter as a whole, Syracuse, I've got to go through these step by step. Syracuse, 17-0 at the end of the first quarter for the Vols. ETSU, 24-0 at the end of the first quarter for the Vols. Georgia, yeah, it didn't work out the way we wanted, but 21-7 at the end of the first quarter for the Vols. UAB, 21-0 for the Vols. I think going on the road, starting fast is key. If I'm Josh Heupel, I want the football, and I want to go out and put points on the board early. Gunfight Smokey Bear for 2 says, Dorothy, we are taking our orange Cowbells. Let's go, Smokey Bear. JP Carter for 5. Dorothy, good morning, Talkin Vols family. Vols, 42, Mississippi State, 17. Jealous of the weather in Knoxville, high of 90 here in Tampa Bay. Johnny Price for 5. This team is different. Guys, we have more talent and dudes than we've had the past 4 years. We are underrated. Tennessee 42, Mississippi State 14. GBO, Jordan Herron for 5. Hey, Boog, GBO, here for the foul parlay. $50 parlay hits, 10 memberships every Saturday, back in the canoe Saturday. Jordan, where? Whoa. Where were you last week, bro? Where were you last week? Because Foulming nailed it. Foulming hit all 3. We're waiting, anticipating. We're going, who in the world placed that bet? Because they never dropped those memberships. So we are holding you accountable, Jordan. Foulming did his job last week. Coach Jay didn't. He continues to let us down, but he did it this week. Coach Jay did it this week. Yep. So I don't know what Jordan owes us, but we gotta hold this man accountable. Tennessee Tonto for 5, but taking our foot off their throats obviously isn't working though, right? Foot down, let's go. It worked against Oklahoma last year, right? That's the Oklahoma versus the Arkansas comparison.
Yeah, I mean, did it work or do we just hold on? You know what I mean?
Did we get lucky?
Which is working, but because it just frustrates me. Because if you're going to do that, your defense has to be just solid, absolutely solid. But you also can't be maybe thin's not the right word, but we have so many guys, taking so many reps. Okay, well, late in the game is when you want to take your foot off. Well, late in the games when they're going to be the most exhausted, most tired. So are you really going to lean on them then? You want to be able to, and I think we can. I think we've been solid for the last couple of years on defense, but that's a bad combination if you think about it. And you can kind of see how the narratives start to form because at their most exhausted point, at their most highest reps, everything's now you're giving the other team momentum because you're giving them more time with the ball. All these things, and you're leading yourself up to, can we just hold on? Can we just hold on? And I don't know that we have to do that. They're exponentially more intelligent on football than me. So I'm not questioning the coaching staff and that. I'm just saying I don't understand the thought process sometimes. If it's working, if you're firing all cylinders, what's the reason? You're like, well, I just want to coast. Okay, cool. Why? Sometimes I just wonder to myself, what do they know that I don't know, that I want to take my foot off the gas if it's working? And if we're slinging it all over the field and we've got 14 picks, that's different. But if it's working, why are we slowing down?
I go back to last year, a lack of confidence in the passing game, a lack of confidence in Nico. I don't think they trusted him. I don't. And it's easy to look back now when you're in the moment. I'm like, I don't buy that. I think they just believed in their defense. They believed in the running game. Looking back at it now, when you have all the facts laid out in front of you, when you see what this offense looks like when Joey Aguilar comes back, because, right, everybody's talking about Alex Golesh. This offense isn't the same without Alex Golesh. I counter-argue that, and I'm like, Josh Heupel didn't just forget how to coach football. And we watched Joe struggle. Then we watched Nico struggle. And I may be arguing, if you're somebody in the chat saying Alex Golesh is the reason, I may be pushing back on that. But at the end of the day, I'm going, is he? Like, I don't know. People in the chat don't know. They believe it. I may not believe it. But now we're seeing what Joey Aguilar can do. And I think it was a lack of trust in Nico. So now we fast forward to 2025. Screw that. I don't need to take my foot off the gas. This is a different animal. This is a different offense. We're cooking. Let's let Joey Aguilar go put points on the board and just end it.
Who do you think, and we ain't going to just quickly, like, who do you think's making the calls, making all the offensive calls after the scripted plays? Do you think it changes? Because
well, I don't know, man, because I've heard both, right? I've heard that Joey Halsley calls plays. I've heard Josh Heupel sit in a press conference after a game and give Joey Halsley credit for calling plays. Now, is he doing that to boost up his young offensive coordinator? I don't know. I think they're both heavily involved. I just don't know. I don't think anybody truly knows. And I think it's a combination of both. I think obviously for your scripted plays. Now, Coach Jay, man, again, he knows more about football than me. I hate to argue with him. He's talking about scripted plays going 1, 2, 3 drives deep into the game. Is that a realistic thing? I don't know that your scripted plays are going that deep. But again, what Donovan said, what we just looked at in numbers, that opening drive that you know for a fact is scripted has been successful. But I think this offense is continuing to have success regardless of who's calling the plays. And even the second quarter, everybody likes the little narrative of second quarter woes, whatever. Man, I shut that down against Georgia. You go out and execute and do what you're supposed to do. We're cooking in the second quarter too. It's not just the first quarter.
Right. Well, now that second quarter thing, I don't think that was a play calling thing. It was execution. You're absolutely right. But it's apparent that the script. Okay, first of all, on Coach's point that you wanted to bring up there, I think how deep it goes is how quickly you score. And what I mean by that is if you have 20 scripted plays or 15 scripted plays, if you go 3 plays and score or 4 plays and score, the script's still there. Right. If you go 10 plays on the opening drive scripted, now you only have 10 other plays scripted. Right. Like, I think that's how many drives you can script is how quickly you go through them. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's how that's going to go. But I feel like obviously your scripted plays are a collaborative effort. Like, that's been worked on all week. All eyes are on it. Analysts, everybody's in. Right. And all the players know it. You're smooth as silk all week. That's where you want to go out on offense first, because it doesn't matter about the noise. You know what you're running. You've run it all week. It's scripted. That's why it's a script. We all know it. But then it seems like that's when the shift comes in, because the script works and you come out and you score 21 points and you're up 21-0. It's like, okay, well, we took our foot off the gas. Did we? Or now are we like calling it on the fly and it's not as smooth, or it's not as clean, or it's not. It may be the play call. It may be execution. It may be communication. I don't know. But I think that's this lull. Now, you can name it whatever excuse you want. You can blame either of those things, all those things. It's a collaborative. It's probably all the things. But why is that a trend? It's not like, I'm not going to bring up these things if it's one game. I'm just not. That could be the other team doing its thing. But it's the narratives. Like, because this team is so explosive offensively, and you can't help but ask yourself, where does it go?
Yeah, I think narratives, and I was thinking this earlier when you were talking about the narrative is, narratives, a lot of times they form because it's truth, right? Like that's why it becomes a narrative. All right, let me catch back up with you guys in the chat. There's a World War III breaking out in the chat right now. You guys can disagree. You guys can argue. You start dropping F-bombs on each other, I'm going to put you in timeout, ultimately going to ban you if you can't stop. If you can't disagree civilly, then get out of here. And we've already lost one in the chat that had nothing to do with me and Foul or this channel, but somebody's leaving the channel because you guys can't freaking keep it civil in the chat. What are we doing? Grow up. Stop acting like 3-year-olds in the chat. Like, disagree if you want to disagree. Stop acting like idiots. All right, let's catch back up. Ron the Don drops the orange. Boy, we love orange boys. Let's play the clip.
Rocky Top!
Ron the Don says, where is my coffee? It's a door fee kind of thing. Boogie and Foul, let's go. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Spider Monkey coming at you, GBO. Sometimes I feel like Ron the Don just types random words into AI and it spits out a sentence, and here we are. Shout out Ron the Don, top donation of the Friday morning stream. We appreciate you, brother. Tennessee Tonto for 5, taking our foot off their throats. Obviously isn't working, though. Right, wait, I already read that one. Isn't that the one I read? Foot down, baby, let's go. Meat Wagons, been a member for a year. We appreciate you. Black Metal Banjo gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership. We appreciate that. Joey Aerodynamic also became a member of the channel. We also got Dr. Who becoming a member of the channel. If you're not a member, fix that. Hit the join button down below. We are now 32 members. 32 members away from giving away a free shirt. Hey, you like free stuff? Give some memberships. Join the channel. All that good stuff. Tennessee Tonto for 5 says, pissed off fans make you more money. I don't want you making money Saturday night, 45-30 Vols. Pissed off fans make you money short term. Losing does not do anything positive for business. Losing creates a week like UAB where nobody's showing up, no views are coming in, no money's coming in. I don't want, and look, I'm never going to be negative for the sake of being negative. But if you jump on here and you're negative every single day, you're making a lot more money than I make. But I try to keep it real, give real opinions. But who wants to lose to make money? I want to win and make it to the national championship. Jordan Herron for 2. 9/24/25. Oh, he's got receipts. I gave out 10 memberships. Piper was paid. I don't even know when that was. Oh, that was Wednesday night.
Okay.
Wednesday night. So I must have missed when he said who. We couldn't remember who it was that made that bet. So shout out, Jordan. We appreciate you. Donovan for 5. Great home games next year. Taking Alabama off the table. Rank the other 3 big ones that you would want to go to. Texas, Auburn, LSU for him. I think those are probably the big when you're talking about the home schedule for next year. Texas is number 1 because that's a fun little rivalry, right? And we get to talk about there is no Texas without Tennessee. We get to talk about how we were the original, we're the real UT because the University of Tennessee founded before Texas. I think that's a fun little rivalry. Arch Manning being at Texas, that adds a little fuel to the fire. LSU and Auburn, those are just fun opponents. Like, I guess the last time we played LSU was what, 23? Was 23?
LSU.
Was that 23 when we went down there and Bo raced them? Yeah. Auburn's a fun one. Feels like we've not played Auburn. Though I can't disagree with what Donovan says there. Those are the top 3 for me.
For sure. The Texas one is if I had to pick it at home, I want to see the Texas one just because that's not a game I've ever seen. I've never seen Texas play and all the things you brought up. The Auburn one would be fun. I love seeing Hugh Freeze just freak out on the sidelines and go nuts and put him in this environment. And then LSU, I'd like bring them into Neyland. Let's have a night game. Let's show them once and for all the loudest stadium in the country, the most raucous crowd in the country is right here at Neyland.
Where are we? Luke Thompson for 2 says exit fee. Tennessee fans make me laugh sometimes. Wait, are you leaving? Is Luke leaving? Did somebody piss Luke off? I hope not. No, Luke, I think Luke said he had a doctor's appointment. We appreciate you, brother. Vols girl. Gifted 5 Talkin VAWLS memberships. That's the way we get some momentum towards that free merchandise. 27 memberships away. Keep those memberships coming. Jason Gars for 5. Is Sanders and Moy going to play? We win the game in the trenches. Jackson Moy is going to play. I think he'll be limited on Saturday, but he is going to play. David Sanders, we'll talk about in just a little bit. We're going to go through the injury report, so stick around, Jason. We will get you covered on that. I want to take a listen to what Josh Pate had to say, what J.D. Piquel had to say. Foul Ming said, Boogie, should we cut this thing to 30 minutes? There's no way we're getting an hour. We're just now starting the show. We're 30 minutes in, and we're just now starting what we had prepared to do. Samantha Bullman says, Boogie, did you make sure to stock your cabinets of blueberry coffee? We got to make sure we got the energy. No, I'm drinking a little organized chaos this morning because I'm out of blueberry. And Billy, if you're in the chat. I don't know what you have to do. I don't know why you don't have enough quantity for me. I told you we were going to push coffee. We're pushing coffee, and now we don't have blueberry in stock. That's unacceptable. Grade A Grounds is going to have to get to work. We're going to have to grind out some coffee and get that blueberry back in stock. All right, let's go take a listen. Check out this screen layout. Boom, we're going to shift up, and boom, we're going to add Josh Pate right there. Yeah, there we go. All right. We're going to take a listen to Josh Pate talking about
Pate on the show.
Yeah, it looks like he's a special guest. We've wanted this forever. We finally have Josh Pate as a special guest on the show. He opened up, said this game is going to be a classic. It's going to be a classic. He talked about it being the first road start for Joey Aguilar. Do you buy into that? Joey Aguilar, 24 years old. He's been around the block. He played on the road against some, I don't want to say elite teams, but big environments. The fact, I get it, it's a home game, but Georgia comes to Neyland. I don't think this moment's too big. I don't think the fact that it's on the road impacts Joey Aguilar in any way, shape, or form.
I think both are true. I think Joey's as prepared as you can be. I think his age, his demeanor, all the things are make him put him in the most ideal situation. But I still think it still impacts you. I can't sit here and say it has zero impact. I don't think that's a real thing. Anytime you go on the road in the SEC, it matters. If it's your first time on the road in the SEC, it matters. If you're going to be down there in that kind of environment, I mean, it's going to make a difference. Now, the degree in which, or the degree of how big of a problem or impact it could cause, that's debatable. That's where I think having Joey at his age, being as calm, having his poise, like I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to handle it. I think he's shown that he can handle those things. He's shown that he's capable of doing those things. I just think to sit here and say that it doesn't matter at all, I think that's I think that could be foolish to go in there and think that it could be a road environment. The SEC doesn't matter at all. That's crazy to me.
Let me hit a couple super chats real quick, and then we're going to jump into this. Zach Ballard became a member of the channel. Shout out, Zach, man. I appreciate you guys. We are pushing these memberships like crazy, and you guys are joining like crazy. We got to put on more steam. Lawrence Sampson drops a $2 super chat. That's a door fee, a tip in the tip jar. We appreciate that as well, Lawrence. And then Tennessee Tonto drops a 50 spot. $50 is not cheap. We got a new clip that we drop for 50s. Shout out Tonto, top donation of the morning.
All I know is go Vols, because that's all I know. Go Vols.
Like, I want to get $100 super chats because I like $100 and I like money. That clip's I should have, man. I almost should have moved Ron Slay to 100 and left Ted DiBiase at 50 because I think that's the one. That one gets the juices going on a Friday morning.
That's what got
we
me
got to
going
get him on,
man. Yeah, I want to talk to Slay, man. I really do. I don't care what we can talk about. Whatever he wants to talk about. Yeah. I want to roll in here. We got to get up in the boom boom room one time and just let him hit us with whatever questions he's got. Like I just want to hang out with Slay, man. That dude brings the juice.
I wonder if we could talk about biscuits and gravy wrestling. I feel like we could break that down with him in depth.
100%.
If Kaner will get down there like he said and cover it, we'll break it down live with Ron Slay.
That's who you need. That's who you need calling it. We need him on the coverage. Yeah.
Yes. No, wait. Me and Ron Slay, I'll be the color guy. He'll be play-by-play.
Yeah.
And then Foul Ming will be
I'm the color commentator.
I was going to say, what is it? Courtside? Tub side? Like, what's it called?
I got gravy splash.
Goggles on.
Goggles. I got like the poncho. This is going to be classic.
We told you guys.
It's about to be a road trip. Can we crowdsource this thing? We're about to get a road trip. Need a Sprinter van, the whole thing.
We warned you guys. Coach Jay can't let us be here on Friday mornings by ourselves.
I don't know who produces this show, but whoever does,
that's the problem. There is no producer. It's the same as our marketing team. It doesn't exist. Some people on YouTube have marketing teams. Others don't. Tennessee Tonto says inconvenience fee. I appreciate you, Tonto. Thank you for the super chat, man. That is very generous. Let's get into some Josh Pate here. Let's take a listen to what he's talking about.
What does Mississippi State find through the air in this game? Blake Shapen, steady hand at quarterback. Again, not New York City bound, but steady. Not a question mark at the QB position. He's 7 touchdowns, 2 picks this year. Now, here's the difference in Mississippi State, the way they're doing things right now, some teams, their top 2 receiving threats, 38 catches, 581 yards. The rest of their receiving room, 33 catches, 361. So they've been heavily reliant on their top 2 guys so far.
Let's start right there, because this is something that I brought up to Kaner that I talked about with him. Blake Shapen obviously transfers from Baylor to Mississippi State. Josh Pate, I don't know if he's talked about it yet or if he talked about it before this, but no, it's J.D. Piquel. J.D. Piquel coming up in the next video we're going to talk about. So we'll sit on that. But he's throwing the football to 2 receivers, right? Brennan Thompson, a dude that I'm a little concerned about because he's got elite speed. Transferred from Oklahoma. Anthony Evans transferred from Georgia. These are legit dudes. They're legit. But their next leading receiver is the tight end, just has 6 receptions, but also has 2 touchdowns on the year. If you can shut down these 2 wide receivers, nobody else has really proven. I think these 2 guys have more combined receptions than anybody else on the team. Is that what Josh Pate just said? So if you follow what Coach Jay wants us to do, let's bracket one of those guys, whichever guy's on Ty Redmond's side. Let's give Ty Redmond a little help. Let Colton Hood lock somebody down one-on-one. I think if you can shut down those 2 guys, I think this Tennessee defensive line can stop the run. I think that's the advantage in this game, and I've already given my prediction. I've already broke down everything about this game. I'm going to let you do that at the end of the show. But I think that's advantage Tennessee. I think they will stop. Their defensive line has way more of an opportunity to stop Mississippi State's running game than Mississippi State's defensive line has of stopping Tennessee's run game. But what are your thoughts on the fact that Blake Shapen really only has 2 big targets at wide receiver?
I mean, he's absolutely right. Shapen can spin it. Like we know that. But here's the thing. First of all, you're going to have Brendan Thompson on Ty Redmond immediately. You're going to try. I almost guarantee you're going to see the same play Georgia ran. Because why would you not? Right? That's their speed guy. He's one of the fastest receivers in the country. I mean, you're going to go back to this is Mississippi State. We're going to outclass them. Blah blah blah. That's fine. But you still have one-on-one matchups, and we can sit here and say, okay, well, they only got 2 receivers. We only got 2. We know where they're going. We know where the ball's going. Okay. Well, if and I'm not complaining. This is just setting the scene. So Tim Banks likes to set and put these guys on an island. Can you? Like maybe you can, but can you do that for 4 quarters? Because here's the thing against Arizona State, because that's the only team we have to compare them to. We had 3 touchdowns. There are only 3 touchdowns. We're all in the air. You had a 48-yarder to Anthony Evans. You had a 47-yarder and a 58-yarder to Brendan Thompson. That's what they're looking to do. So if you only have the 2 receivers, can you bracket one of them? Can you add some help? You should be able to, right? That's where it's like make them play left-handed. That's what I'm talking about. That's my theme for the whole thing. If do whatever you got to do, take those away. Because we've only give up 90, we're averaging like 91 yards or 93 yards rushing, but we're giving up the 279 in the air. Let's take that away. This is a similar offense. So despite the narrative, and it should sound familiar to you, they're going to want to run the ball. Just like we want to run the ball to set up the deep shots. That's what we're going to do. But what if we just force them to keep running the ball? I'm much more comfortable with that than taking the top off, because I think Ty has played phenomenal for a freshman. He's played good anyway, but he's played phenomenal for a freshman. But do I want to put him out there on an island for 4 quarters against one of the fastest receivers in the country over and over and over and over again for whatever it is, like 90 plays or whatever he's been playing? It's like if he goes 87 out of 90 plays, absolutely perfect. That's great. That could be 3 touchdowns. So that's where I want to see. Can we take away, like back to your point, can we take away their 2 biggest weapons that we know the whole country knows what they want to use, take them away, force them to play left-handed?
I think Colton Hood can take one of those away on his own. That's how dang confident I am in Colton Hood, and not to bury the lead, but when we talk about injuries,
the other one, right?
Yeah, yes. Give Ty Redmond the help and trust Colton Hood to shut it down. And I think I think that's a recipe for success. And you talking about don't let them beat you over the top, just let them dink and dunk. That's kind of what Tim Banks has done all year, right? Like everybody that's so mad about the UAB game, like so many yards, I think 14 points came because they're playing that soft coverage. They're just letting UAB go down the field. They don't care. Just don't get beat over the top. Just go out there and be done. And that's after Timothy Merritt, guess what, got beat over the top. Timothy Merritt gets beat over the top, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, let's sit back, let's calm down, let's just let him dink and dunk, let's let the clock run, and let's get the heck out of here. And that's what they did.
But you have to bow up in the red zone. That's fine. But once we get tight, once we get into the red zone, we can't just give up these little outside zones or these little plays. That's fine. We can dink and dunk, but once you get there, you have to bow up.
Yep.
You can't be giving up 7.
Hold them to field goals, and then you go score. You go put it in the checkerboards.
Right.
All right, let's hear more from Josh Pate.
This year, Tennessee, because you've got that Georgia result baked in and the Syracuse result baked in. They faced Gunnar Stockton, Steve Angeli prior to his injury. Tennessee's 126th in pass yards per game allowed. Pretty good pass rush, though. There's kind of a detachment right now. Tennessee, they can get to the quarterback. They can pressure the quarterback. They can push the pocket, but they face 2 good quarterbacks who have stood in there and said, all right, I see you in my face. I see guys down the field as well. Mississippi State in that Arizona State game, if you didn't watch it, it's not like they just moved the ball up and down the field consistently. What they did, though, is they hit 3 big plays through the air that won them the game. Tennessee is
talking about I think this game comes down to line of scrimmage and talking about this Tennessee defensive line and him saying it, you said it too, not making sense, right? Tennessee's defensive line is getting after the quarterback, and Blake Shapen has been sacked 6 times. That's not horrendous, but it's not great either. Tennessee, 15 sacks on the year. I don't think we're talking enough about this defensive line, right? It's like we're giving up yards through the air, which I agree with you. It doesn't really make sense. How are we giving up so many passing yards when we've gotten home 15 times?
I think I can explain it. And we're averaging, it's 3 points, so we're almost 4 sacks a game. But here's the deal. It's like great rush, great play, make a sack, whatever. You put them in 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18, then you give up a 25-yarder.
Let them go
like that's where it's coming from. Because it's like we can put them in bad situations. How many times did we had Georgia behind the sticks or a tough 3rd down, tough 4th down, and then you just give up that play? And it's been a consistent thing where is that the defensive version of like we take our foot off the gas? Like we're like, okay, got them 3rd and long. Now let's just sit up here. It's 3rd and 18. Let's give up 17. We'll just give up 17. We're good. Now it's 4th and 1. They're going for it. Like there's these little things where it just the yardage stacks up because you give up these long 3rd downs or 4th downs. Georgia hit us with it twice that were daggers on 4th down. I mean, I think that's where the misconception comes in because you get 2, 3 great defensive plays, then give up a big splash play. Then you're right back and you take the air out of the room.
Let me ask you this then. Like, are our stats skewed? Because Zach brings up a good point that I've kind of talked about this week too. They won't be able to run it because they're going to be playing from behind like all of our opponents. Look, Steve Angeli is a good quarterback. Like, he's a good quarterback. The kid from UAB is Kitna is a good quarterback. Those guys threw it like 50 times a piece because you're playing from behind. And you bring up a good point that didn't really cross my mind. If this defensive line is getting home 15 times in 4 games, you're looking at 3rd and long. Get aggressive. Let's get aggressive there instead of sitting back and letting them convert 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16, 3rd and 12. Like, get after the quarterback on 3rd down. It's almost like me on EA Sports College Football. It's like mid-zero, 3rd and 90, and then we play soft zone and they convert it. It's like,
yeah.
Stay aggressive. Stay aggressive.
It's so frustrating. And you think it's frustrating for us to watch? Imagine being on the defensive line, just killing yourself, trying to, making these plays, and then you just look over the top, and there it goes, 15-yarder. All right, now we got 4 more plays, boys. Suit back up, go straight back. I was about to walk off on the sideline, catch my breath. No, I got 4 more. No,
I got 90 plays. I got 90 plays. I got to get in here.
Yeah, that's why that's why we have 90 play guys getting 90 plays. Is because yes, we're letting them dink and dunk, but like you can't give up. It's one thing giving up 5, but when it's like give up 1, give up 15, like it takes the air out of the room, man.
All right, let's hear more from Josh Pate here. Tennessee, Mississippi State. God, look at those numbers on the screen. Makes me want to puke. Points per game allowed, 100th in the country. Yep. Yards per game, 85th. Passing yards, 126. But then look right there. Rushing yards per game, 26. And sacks.
But the big one.
This is that right there. That right there.
He's going to say it, but go ahead.
It's brutal. 20-plus yard plays, 118th in the country.
In the country.
132nd defensively, and explosive pass plays allowed. That's the formula. It's there. It'll be there. That's the formula. Good news for Tennessee is I think they've got the offensive line to go on the road and grind out a win, running the ball like you're going to have to do in a game like this. Mississippi State, I'm telling you, we'll get back to the video 1 second. Do me
he is
one quick
reminding
favor,
you guys right now, make sure you smash the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to Talkin VAWLS,
we keep the channel
make sure
free.
you are subscribed. It's the way we keep the channel free. We're going to keep bringing you videos every single day the way that God intended. All right, let's hear more from Josh.
Watched them. That's why I watch them for you, so you don't have to, but you should. You can score on them, but you're not scoring in these 3-4 play drive type sequences. They are totally happy going umbrella on you. And if you go 10, 11 plays on us, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. That means patience. That means consistent, good decision-making. But if you can run the ball, it makes it a lot easier. Tennessee's got a top 30 rushing offense right now. MSU about 65th, 70th, somewhere in there against the run. Arizona State, I cannot get this out of my mind. They got down early, pretty big, against Mississippi State, and then they ran it to get back in the game. 30 of the next 38, something like that, plays.
That's Arizona State, Josh. That's Arizona State. I don't think you can run the football to come back against Tennessee. I don't think that's the recipe for success to beat this 2025 Tennessee defense.
I think the big one in that game is Mississippi State gave up 251 yards rushing, and Tennessee's averaging 216 yards rushing. So that's going to be can Tennessee just establish a run? But now we go back into, are we going to slow it down? Are we going to take our foot off the gas and just try to grind out and run the ball? That's fine if it's working, but if we grind our way down the field, taking our time, a little bit out of rhythm, all it takes is one penalty, one negative play. Now we're behind the sticks. Now you're out of sync again, and then you flip right up back over, give them the ball, 2 or 3 plays, splash plays. Like you could set yourself up for failure there, because I think you can get too in your head about what I should be doing, what we need to do versus what are we good at, what's our strengths. Just go do it. I think we get too caught up into, well, because they like to do this, we should do this, or because the game asks for this, we should do this. Like, we get too caught up in all that stuff. I think just what we're best at, just stay with it. If we need, I don't care what the situation is. If we're throwing the ball all over them, keep doing it. I don't feel like we have to grind it out. We have to establish a run game. It's in my keys to the game. Win the run game. I think whoever rushes for the most yards is going to win this game. Like that's a given in the SEC, especially on the road.
So if we pull that to the side, then give me the Vols. Give me the Vols. And by the way, the App State hat says, I think Josh was saying ASU ran the ball that much, not MSU. Even better. If Arizona State got behind against Mississippi State and then they just ran it down their throat, sign me up for that, because Tennessee.
Yeah, they only rushed for 90, I think. Mississippi State only rushed for like maybe 90, I think, against them, something like that. It was 60 or 90. I can't remember. Either way, but they gave up a ton of yards to Arizona State, and that I think Arizona State you thought was going to come out and spin it. What's the quarterback's name? I got it wrote down here in my page. I don't know, but that was a quarterback that everybody was interested in when we were going through our little quarterback search.
Sam Levitt, dude, we faced them all. We faced all of Steve Angeli. Now you got Sam Levitt getting brought up. Like
the point is,
even Bothwell, the running back. We looked at him. He's running back at Mississippi State.
Well, you wanted Levitt. Well, Mississippi State made him look pedestrian. So, or is Joey that much better? I think so. I think he's proven it. But the point is, it's like there's a quarterback everybody had faith in, because we wanted to put him on our team. And Mississippi State's shown that they can make him look pedestrian. Now, he don't have the weapons that Tennessee has. And we can get into that, but
he's also a sophomore compared to Joey being a 24-year-old grown man.
Right.
That's a big difference.
So we're yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. It's like, where does the journeyman outweigh just the raw talent? And now we're finding out, well, maybe Joey has that raw talent that he just has. Now he's got the opportunity. But I mean, it's weapons galore all the way around him. It's just a matter of execution.
I think Joey Aguilar definitely has more talent than most Tennessee fans thought when he came here. His mental capacity, his understanding of the offense, him being able to grasp it in 2 months has been the most impressive thing for me. But you want to make the comparison. What's more important, the journeyman that's kind of been through it or the raw talent? There aren't many quarterbacks out there that have more God-given abilities than Nico. And people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to hear it because maybe he didn't have it between the ears. But being able to throw the football and sling the rock, Nico can make all the throws. He's got the arm strength. He's got the athleticism. He's got all of it. Everything you could want. You want to mold me a perfect quarterback? Give me Nico's, intangibles, his athleticism.
Yeah.
But between the ears, is it because he was a redshirt freshman last year, or is it because he just overall doesn't get it? I don't know, and it really doesn't matter.
I'm just taking Nico out of it. I mean, you can go back the year before that. You can go back to what.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, Joey's shown that he can run this offense. He's more composed in this offense. He's more comfortable. He's reading the field better. Like, we're just in a better situation. So I'll leave it at that. But we talked about Mississippi State having 2 weapons, and how can you get rid of those? Okay, well, Joey's got 3. So we got Brazel, Staley, Matthews. Take one of them away. Pick one.
Good luck. They're going to try to take Brazel away is what they're going to try to do. Good luck. I'll hit Staley all day long over the middle.
Right.
All day long.
And then if you want to even commit to that, now you gave us a lot box. Well, now we got 3 running backs. They'll take that all day long. And Joey can still run too if he wants to. But I just think that, I mean, we're just going to double down. But like, I think there's too many weapons. You can't take them all away. As long as we, not Joey, we as a team, stay patient, stay poised. Can Sam get his protection calls in over the noise? Like, that's when I think noise starts to matter. Because it's like, even during scripted plays, it's like, okay, fine, we know what we're running. Cool. We don't know what they're running. So we have to have protection calls. We have to be able to communicate. That goes all the way out to the tight ends, receivers, backs in protection. All these guys, all these players, everybody has to be on the same page all at the same time. That's when I think these road woes, this road noise can factor in. That's earlier when you said, doesn't matter, does not matter. Joey's fine, does not matter. I think it's more than that. I think everybody has to communicate, and it's going to be loud. I mean, it's not kneeling loud. It's still loud. If you can't communicate, you can't communicate. So we need to get fast start, take that out of there, so we can make sure all our protections are there.
Yeah, it is going to be loud, but guess what? Sam's played on the road. Like, he started games for Notre Dame. He's played in hostile environments. Wendell Moyes played in hostile environments. Lance Hurts played in hostile environments. Like, I have confidence. Noise is noise. Scoops brought that up Wednesday night, that Sam Pendleton is a big key to this game for him. And I agree. We got another member. Wyatt Farms became a member of the channel. Shout out Wyatt Farms. We appreciate you. 10 memberships. We got 10 memberships in. We need 25 more. If you're not a member, if you like what we do, if you're in the chat and you're like, man, I'm not doing any of this, Boogie, shut up. Stop shilling for yourself. I have to. I told Fowl, I said, if I don't shill for myself, who will? I don't think anybody else around the internet or YouTube is going, hey, man, you should go check out Boogie's channel. You should go be a member of his channel. These memberships drive the channel. We talk about ads and grade A grounds and all that type of stuff. I don't do that. I've got some emails from some of the big companies wanting me to read crap on air. If it's not a fit, if it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to do it, as long as you guys are supporting the channel, and you do that by memberships and super chats. So we appreciate you. If you're not a member, think about hitting that join button down below. It's only $1. There's also a link in the description. If you're on an iPhone, it won't let you do that join button. Hit that link in the description. We would appreciate the support. Let's hear a little bit more from Josh Pate. We're an hour in, and we're not even halfway through the first video. So buckle up. Boogie and Fowl on a Friday morning. Here we go.
We covered.
We're run plays. So
I told you.
Tennessee. Nobody is perfect. Okay, there is a crack or two in everyone's profile. It's, can you match it? Do you match up good with it? And I can lean myself enough over to the Mississippi State side to say, I like their shot here. I like their outside shot to win the game outright. It could be a game out of nowhere. I think on the public's radar, because this is being billed as such a big weekend. And this is that afternoon window right before the primetime games. This game is ending as the big games late are starting. And I could easily see, Bama and Georgia kicking off, and Penn State and Oregon are kicking off. And you find yourself doing something you never thought you'd do, flipping back and forth to Mississippi State Tennessee game during the first quarter.
You want to springboard Joey in
the fourth quarter. If Mississippi State wins this, buddy, a lot of people are going to learn Jeff Lebby who have never learned Jeff Lebby before. And if Tennessee loses this game, big time Notre Dame vibes, because Tennessee's not going down there and getting blown out. So if they lose, it'll be a really close game. And you'll find them having lost to Georgia at the gun. You'll find them having lost to Mississippi State on the road, just a contender out of nowhere. And you're saying, I feel like we got a really good team. Oh, crap, we got 2 losses.
I think this game, if that happens, if you go down to Starkville and you lose, this is your Arkansas game from a year ago. You're going to slip up and lose somewhere else down the stretch, whether it's Oklahoma at home, Alabama on the road, whatever the case may be. If you slip up and lose this game, I think that takes us from 10-2 and a college football playoff run to 9-3, and we're going to some stupid bowl game, and our fan base is going to check out. We lose this game tomorrow afternoon, a lot of people in this fan base are going to be done with Tennessee football. A lot of people are going to be done with Josh Heupel. Are the talking heads? And I've not done this all week until now. Are we making too much of this game? You line up on a neutral field. Give me the Vols by 21. You come in Neyland Stadium. Give me the Vols by 28. We're running them out of town. The level of talent is not even close. That's why it's like, oh, stop their 2 wide receivers. What are they going to do to us? Nothing. How are you going to stop us? Well, you got to stop Chris Brazzell. All right, cool. Braylon Staley, can you stop him? Mike Matthews. We didn't even mention Miles Kitselman when we were talking about that. We got the 3-headed monster at running back. Good luck stopping this team. You line up on a neutral field, Tennessee, give me the Vols, hammer the Vols. Are we making too much of this game just because it's on the road?
Yes. But there's a reason there's a narrative. There's a reason there's a narrative. Because you brought up the 3 games earlier. Does not matter. Does not matter. Don't care until he gets this little monkey off his back. Doesn't matter. We got to take care of business on the road. Now, each year, the roster's gotten better. Each year, you got more guys in your system. It's been in your system. This should be over with. Like, you shouldn't have to. Can we just stop talking about it? So I need Tennessee to go out and take care of business so we can stop talking about it. The next year, we don't have to think like, oh, well, we've done the road thing. Can we just get rid of that? Because we should have got rid of the Georgia monkey off our back, and we didn't. So now we got to talk about that for another however many years till we play them.
If you want that, hold on. If you want this road narrative to go away, you better go to Alabama and win 2, and then you better go to the Swamp and win 2, or else it's not going anywhere.
Well, at least you can say, look, it's Alabama, or it's the Swamp.
No. Have you met this fan base, Val? No,
right.
We're not saying that to them.
Okay, I mean, would you say like you compare a Alabama loss at Alabama to Mississippi State loss at Mississippi?
No, I don't. I'm talking about the vocal minority.
Right. But I just give the road a score. So if you say we win by 28 at home, we should win 21 there. Like that. I mean, if you're just being straight up, but everything you just pumped out there was positive, and it's a fact. All the things all the weapons we have, but what you described was a shootout.
Yep. Yeah.
You didn't
say anything about defense.
No, you didn't say, oh, well, Colton Hood's going to lock down one side of it. That's what you give me so far. Like Colton Hood's going to lock down one side of it. Okay. Well, now we got 10 other people.
56 to 55 in regulation.
Who put it in the super chat earlier? You said we could talk ourselves into that narrative. Well, you just did.
Yep. Sorry about that.
You just talked yourself into 45 to 40 or whatever we're going to get.
Yep. That sounds like one of those Coach J scores. I love his predictions every week. It's like 44 to – I'm like, what? How are we getting to 44, Coach? How are we getting there? Let's see. Bert Smith, Real Estate, gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership. Shout out, Bert. We still need 24 more. We got 340 people watching, man. You guys get geared up and fired up for the Friday morning show, and I am here for it. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, smash the thumbs up. If you're lurking, if you're watching, think about joining this channel. We would appreciate that support. Ron the Don for 5 says, Boogie, never sell out. Save yourself for that good gravy and warm biscuits. It's GBO time now. Shrimp and grits. Oh, no. GBO, let's go.
Question. The gravy wrestling, is it warm gravy or is it like cold?
I don't know. What's the definition? Room temperature gravy.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about giving a little taste? That would be the best. You're like tub side and you're breaking it down. You're announcing the winner and you just take a fork and just get a little bite, get a little taste after the main event. So like 18 sweaty Mississippi ladies. God. All right, can we stay on track?
There's just never mind.
I don't think it's biscuits and gravy. I think it's
too early. It's too early. I mean, it's never too early for biscuit and gravy, but
biscuits and soup. I think it's soup. Okay, Josh. Get us out of here, Josh. Get us out of here, Josh.
Notre Dame may have 3 losses by this point. Let's take a look at what the model thinks. FanDuel paints this now as Tennessee minus 7.5. You will recall we got this game earlier in the week as a best bet. I've loved Mississippi State all week. So I got Mississippi State plus 9.5 earlier this week as a best bet. I'd still take Mississippi State at anything above a touchdown. But I do think Tennessee's going to find a way to eke out a win. Just a really close.
That seems to be it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a barn burner. It's going to be a nail biter. I think Tennessee wins this game by 2 scores. I've said it at the end of last week, and I've stuck to it all week. And here I sit on Friday morning. I think Tennessee wins by 2 scores. I don't think it's going to. I think it may be close at times. It may be one of those games that's close, but you're never really sitting here sweating, worried about it. You're like, you just have confidence in this football team.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where we've talked ourselves into it. Like, I think we've just all week long, and part of it's the media selling it, and then part of it's just like us getting in our own heads, and then we start the battered ball stuff, and then we start the Levy Heupel narratives, and all these things like make you want to think it's a close game. But then if you take all that narrative out, because narratives are opinionated, so if you take the narratives out, and just this roster versus this roster. Okay, this one's clearly better. Okay, well, they're on the road. Okay, well, now we give them a home field advantage. Okay, it gets a little tighter, but I still think we're heads above. But that just sets us up for if this doesn't happen, the Pets' heads are falling off.
Yes. This is another you can't win. This is a no-win situation. You beat Mississippi State. You were supposed to beat them. You play them close. The sky's falling. It's a shootout, and we win. Our defense is garbage. And again, like we're laughing and chuckling about it. It's a vocal minority. I don't think most people believe that. I don't think most people buy into that. I think most people go, yeah, our offense is really good this year. Our defense is not as good as I'd hoped it would be. I hope it can improve once we get some guys back. I think that's what most people actually believe. It's a vocal minority where the sky is falling.
I want to know, because we didn't get into it, because I think we're running out of time. But how many plays and how big impact does Moy make? That's huge. I think it's huge. I just don't know how many plays he can go, but I think it's huge because if you can establish that, number one, you're getting some reps off some other dudes. But number two, it's like if you can shut down the run and allow us to have a little extra help on the sides, I think this thing could get out of hand in a hurry.
Yeah, I think he's going to be limited this week. I think he's going to play. Obviously, he's cleared to play. You see there, that's the updated injury report that came out last night. Jamal McCoy, Ricky Gibson, David Hobbs, Darius Jackson, Hunter Barnes out. Jackson Moy probable. He is going to play. How many snaps does he give you? I think if he gives you 15 snaps, that you're now reducing Don Bailey and Bryson Easton where they're not having to go out and play 90 snaps. Right? I think Tyree Weathersby being healthy. I think Tyree West not being listed on this injury report is big because they can play on the outside, let Don Bailey play on the inside with Eason and Jackson Moy and Nathan Robinson. Now you've got a true 4-man rotation, right? Because I think that's what they're going to do with Don Bailey. I think they're going to leave him on the inside. You got a true 4-man rotation. You got 2 guys at defensive end with Tyree West and Tyree Weathersby. And then, edge, you got 17 dudes deep there. I think it's huge, even if Jackson Moy just gives you 15 snaps on Saturday. But David Sanders is one to keep an eye on too, listed as questionable. Austin Price at VolQuest said that things are trending towards David Sanders traveling with the team this week. Obviously, you got limited number of dudes you can take for a road game, so he is traveling. Expect him to be in uniform, in pads, on the sideline, and available to play. We told you last week that he made strides, and that has continued. It's my understanding that he passed his strength test and has been on the practice field this week. So Dave expected to be in pads, expected to be on the sideline. Will he play? We'll find out. We've talked this to death. I'm not touching that offensive line. I rotate him in. I think you're the one that first kind of brought that up. Don't start him. Rotate him in. I ain't moving Jesse Perry. I'm not shifting the guards around. I'm leaving this offensive line exactly the way that it is. They had success. You can say, oh, yeah, well, it's UAB. It's ETSU. They kept Joey clean against Georgia. They ran the football against Georgia. I ain't touching this offensive line.
No, I think that's just a bonus. That's that's just the gravy on top, if you will. I don't think you have to have Dave, and unless something happens or an injury or something like that. Like, if Dave can go, great. There's a reason he was the starter before the season, but I don't see that making as big an impact as, say, like Moy, where we've been gashed at times, or just like late. And it's not like we haven't played well. It's just late in the game. These guys are exhausted, and if a team can run the ball, establish the run, and get to the end of the game, we've shown that we've struggled at times stopping the run late in the game. I think it's just reps, man. We've just been exhausted. So I'm more excited to see Moy come back. I want reps out of him, but I don't want to get him hurt and just now we got 3 more weeks or whatever. I'm not exactly sure the extent of that injury or how likely it is. Like NCAA comes up, it's like, well, high likelihood of getting re-injured or whatever. I don't know how likely it is. Can he just tape it up and go?
I think he could have played last week. So that's big for me. The fact that he probably could have played last week. If we're playing Mississippi State last week, I think Jackson Moy is playing. So he had another week to get healthy. I still limit his reps this week. Then you've got the bye week. And now I think Jackson Moy, if he's not 100% now, I think he'll be 100% by Arkansas.
Yeah, Nelson's all over. It's all about the wear and tear. We got to turn down the wear and tear.
As long as it's not like EA Sports College Football, we're going to be just fine. If it is like EA Sports College Football, he ain't going to make it through the first quarter.
We won't have enough to suit up by the second half if it's like the video game. But I think that's going to be the biggest key. Can we stop the run? We're playing ourselves here, so it's like, can you stop the run so you can get some help not to give up over the top? It goes right back. Who's going to make who play left-handed?
All right, we are. I think I was going to listen to JD Pickell. I don't think we need to listen to the JD Pickell video. We got so much out of Josh Pate. One of the big things that JD Pickell mentioned that I don't think I touched enough on Wednesday. I don't think I touched enough on it with Kaner in Locked On Talkin VAWLS. Win the turnover battle. Mississippi State is +5 on the year in turnover margin. They've only turned the football over twice, once against Southern Miss and once against Alcorn State. Tennessee is dead even in the turnover margin. You can't go on the road and give Mississippi State a free opportunity, right? If you take the football first and you go out there and turn it over, you kill all your momentum. That crowd, they're going to be hostile as it is. They're going to have the stupid cowbells out making their noise. You give them a reason, they're going to make even more noise. Typical road game. I get it. It's cliche. Don't give them anything cheap or free. You got to win the turnover. Even if it's even, I think that's fine. Just don't let Mississippi State win the turnover battle.
Yeah, I think that if this was a Mississippi State channel, that'd be my keys. Win the turnover battle. Yeah. I think that's getting that extra possession. Now you're saying okay, well, Tennessee's 3 scores is the good. Well, every turnover, take one of those away, right? So that's when we start getting tight. It was in some of my notes. It's just like turnovers, penalties. Can we get off
pretty heavily? I think they're pretty heavily penalized too.
They are. So are we. We've averaged 8 to 10 or something on the road.
We're always going to do that under high.
Right.
Is what it is.
So does it make you feel better that a similar offense and Levy's offense has the same damn problem?
Because I think it's just that's what a lot of people don't want to talk about. That's part of it. Why do we have so many false starts? Well, because you're asking 330-pound offensive linemen to get up off the ground, sprint back to the line of scrimmage, get down in their stance, and be clear and ready to go. That's why it's happening. Yeah. You can yell and scream and talk about discipline and act like a moron. That's why.
Well, if we sit on here and scream and say, well, keep your foot on the gas, keep your foot on the gas, why are we slowing down? Well, that comes with it.
Yeah.
But that's, you also can't let that put you behind the sticks and not be able to overcome it. And just like the another thing to get off the field, opponents are 32% on third down, 70% on fourth down. We have to get off the field. We can't just be giving up these fourth downs. 70%. I don't know. That was a crazy stat to me. Georgia went 2 for 2 on fourth downs, and both of them were absolute backbreakers.
Yeah.
But can you stay clean on the road? All these things are just setting up a picture of Tennessee's the better team. Don't give them easy stuff. Don't give them turnovers. Don't get penalties to put them in position or put you out of position. Get off the field on 3rd and 4th down. Like it's just simple stuff. But when you're the better team, it's the simple stuff is what you have to take care of.
Yeah. Just go down there and take care of business. We'll move into the bye week, get healthy, and Arkansas is going to come to Neyland Stadium. Dave Morrison dropped a $2 super chat. He says, just don't try to eat the sausage in the gravy, Foul. That's a foul fact. That's another foul fact for Friday morning.
Yep.
We still got 350 people watching. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to do a little gambling talk. We're going to let Foul Ming break down his Mississippi State pick. But before we do that, we got to do some shills and plugs. We got to do it. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, hit the thumbs up. The last time I checked, we had 164 likes. We got 345 people watching. That math don't add up, so hit the thumbs up. We would greatly appreciate it. We're trying to give away a free Talkin VAWLS shirt. We still need a handful of members. We need 24 members to give away a free shirt. I'm going to put that link back in the description, but if you don't want a free one, you can go buy one. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. We got Talkin VAWLS merch. We've got rivalry shirts. We've got parody shirts. We've got Nike logo shirts. We've got golf polos, quarter zips, coffee mugs, whatever you want. I guarantee you we've got it. VWO, because if you're Talkin VAWLS, you're Talkin VAWLS for life. We've got a letters theme shirt. One of my favorite shirts right there. Like, that is such a clean shirt. Danny White brought back the letters. You want to represent Talkin VAWLS with that. There it is. But we've got some offensive shirts, FUGA, Buck Fama. We got clean shirts, beat Bama, beat Georgia, beat Florida. Vols by Fitty, whatever you want. We got it. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link is always in the description of the video, as well as links to become a member of the channel as well. We appreciate your all support. If you guys don't support, this channel doesn't exist, so we are grateful for that. Let's talk a little gambling. Foul Ming, I feel like you got bamboozled last week. I feel like you got bamboozled, and then you almost pulled off the screw job against Coach Jay, because Coach Jay's like, oh, this is what I do when I get down in gambling. I do one of these where you got to hit them all or you don't get nothing. And we're like, yeah, you can do that. Win them all or you don't get nothing. And Coach Jay's like, okay, win them all with no bonus.
You can move the point spread around to whatever is the most comfortable, because it's like what he did is something you should do. There's nothing like it's fair, but it's like in a competition that me and him's having, if all you want to do is get the win, like you just need a win, you're not getting, like, it doesn't matter how much you win. Like, of course, if I move the point spread down to where it's a comfortable number, like, I know what you got going on, Coach. Like, because we're just counting like dubs. We're not counting like, oh, well, I'm trying to make the most money here. Like, so if I move the point spread to where I'm the most comfortable, just to get a point, or in this little competition, it makes sense. So
it's a
I got a little hustled. I know, but we're here for entertainment, right? That's the whole point.
I guess it's entertaining because we almost screwed him on the back half of it. It made 0 sense. But the bottom line is Coach Jay went 3-0, and we gave him a bonus point. Foul Ming said he agreed to it. So Coach had over 63 for Tennessee UAB. He nailed that over. He had Miami -3. They won 26-7 over Florida. He had Oklahoma -1. They won 24-17 over Auburn. So he got 4 points. That brings him to 9-4 on the season. Foul had Oklahoma -6.5. He nailed that. Vanderbilt -28.5. Nailed that. And Sam Houston +39.5. They lost to Texas 55-0. So Foul went 2-1 on the week. That brings him to 10-2. He's still up 1 through 4 weeks. Coach Jay sent me his picks. This is what he has this week. He's got USC. You notice he always picks those West Coast teams?
Yeah.
You ever notice that? Like, what is
it's almost like you pick what you're comfortable with, right?
Yeah.
You got to pick what you know.
When is Talkin Trojans actually starting? USC -6.5 over Illinois. He's got BYU -6.5 over Colorado. And he's got Baylor -20 over Oklahoma State. That's Coach Jay's picks for the week. Is it Tyler? I think it's Tyler in the chat that is that's sending memberships and super chats our way if he hits the parlay. So let's see what Foul Ming's got cooked up for us this week.
Okay, so if he's going to stay on the West Coast, I'm going to stay in the South. I got LSU at Ole Miss. I'm taking Ole Miss -1.5. I think this could be interesting. This is a tight one. This is a tough one. I didn't move the points around on you, Coach. But it's at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is averaging 44 points a game. LSU has only put up 20 points on Florida, and 17 points on Clemson. So, would you say that Ole Miss is better team than Florida and Clemson? I think so. So what we're going to see there, and they only put up 23 points on Louisiana Tech. So LSU's not exactly maybe the most confident in the fact they can score, and Ole Miss putting up 44 points a game.
If that game's at LSU, who you taking?
I'd probably switch. It depends on what the spread was. If it's still at, if you gave me Ole Miss and a point, yeah, I'm probably taking LSU.
You're picking this game straight up. When you start talking a point and a half, you might as well be picking this game straight up.
Picking it straight up. So I'm taking the home team pretty much. But just the fact Ole Miss has shown they can score and LSU hasn't. Like it just LSU is going to be the best defense Ole Miss has faced. So this could go either way. But you're giving me it's a pick 'em. I'm taking Ole Miss to score when it counts. So give me Ole Miss -1.5. Auburn at Texas A&M. I'm taking Texas A&M -6.5, so a touchdown there. I'm sticking with Marcel Reed, man. Marcel Reed I think he's still under the radar. I think he's played well. A&M scoring 40 points a game. Auburn's coming off a heartbreaker against Oklahoma into another tough road environment. Give me the home team. Give me Texas A&M -6.5 there. Then we got here's the points. I didn't write down the spread. Give me the spread. UMass at Mizzou.
What time is it?
I'll have to look it up. This is on me. This is why when I'm writing down stuff at 1 o'clock in the morning.
We don't claim to be professionals around here. I wonder if it's early. I'm not seeing it.
UMass.
I bet. Oh, here it is. 44.5.
Yes. Okay. UMass gave up 42 points to Temple and 47 points to Iowa. Mizzou's better than both. Averaging 256 yards passing, 298 yards rushing, 46 points a game. I think Mizzou covers here. I know it's in the 40s. I just didn't know exactly. But so what's the exact spread, Boog? Give me it one more time.
44.5.
44.5. So give me Mizzou -44.5.
All right, we don't condone the gambling around here, but if we did, those would be your picks. Gary in the chat says, "Hey, Boogie, I pay monthly, but it doesn't look like I'm a member." MD Vol Dad. Hey, go if it looks like you're like if you go to your profile and it shows you're a member, unsubscribe. Like click on the perks or whatever. Click that, unsubscribe, and then add it back. That's happened to some other people, and a lot of people reach out to me. Like I'm. That's a YouTube thing. I can't get involved or control that, but I do believe if you go in and cancel your membership and then add it back, Gary, it should fix that for you. Hopefully. That's what some people have told me before. Gary also dropped a $2 super chat. We appreciate you, Gary. Thank you for the support. Jackson Reese for $5. Nothing to say but a tip in the old tip jar. So shout out, Jackson. We appreciate you. Tennessee, Mississippi State coming up tomorrow afternoon, 4:15 p.m. Eastern time kick. We're going to go live an hour before kickoff for the tailgate show right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. We'll be back live immediately following the game. Me, Dauber, Fowl is stepping in because Coach Jay's on the grass, and Dustin should be in the house as well. I got to check with him, but we'll have you covered immediately following the game. Alabama's going to be playing Georgia. Pull that game up on your TV and pull Talkin VAWLS Live up on your phone and come hang out with us for the post-game show. We got more people watching right now than we had for the post-game show after UAB. Come support your boys. Join us after the game. Jordan Herron for 2. The picks are locked in. See you Saturday. Canoe on. Okay, so Jordan was the one that was in the canoe as well. Like, see, we're piecing it all together. We're piecing it all together now. Piecing it all together. Shout out, Jordan. Appreciate you, my man. Let's talk about Mississippi State. You've already got my prediction. You saw myself, Scoops, Dauber, and Coach all break down our predictions for this game on the Wednesday night show. You missed it. You can go back and give it a watch. ESPN FBI loves the balls in this. They don't worry about emotions and drama and narratives and nonsense. They got Tennessee 73.7%. Vegas has Tennessee open at 13.5. That line shifted quite a bit. The Vols 30-16-1 all time against Mississippi State. Won 8 of the last 9, 8 of the last 10. I can't remember exactly. Mississippi State 4-0. They played Southern Miss, Arizona State, Alcorn State, and Northern Illinois. My prediction on Wednesday night was Tennessee 38, Mississippi State 24. I've said all week, 2-score game. I'm sticking to my guns. Tennessee wins by 2 touchdowns.
You said what now? What was your score prediction? I
can't help it that you tune in on Wednesday night to the greatest show on the Talkin VAWLS network, and you get my scoop and my inside baseball. Now regurgitate it to me and then tell me my score, and we'll take it out the door.
No,
you don't want to. You don't want to.
No. Man, I don't like that. I didn't know what your score was. I didn't even pay attention.
Dude, I almost added a field goal because Scoops got me so fired up. I almost added 3 more points.
Let's okay. Let's add a field goal.
There you
Tennessee 41, Mississippi State 22nd. How about that?
I like it.
Yeah. No, I think we're going to score early. I think we're going to start fast, just like we always do. Then we're going to try to establish a run game, and that's going to slow it down a little bit. I think we could score 50 points. I really do. I just don't think we're going to. I think Apple's going to do the classic thing. We're going to get up. We can start early, start fast, score, and then Mississippi State grind it out. A couple shots here and there. We're going to give up a couple. But I think it's going to be mostly bend, don't break on defense, and what's that give us? Mississippi State maybe 3-4 scores there. So I'll bump it up. I'll go Tennessee 41.
There you go.
Yeah, Mississippi State 27.
I like it. See, that's what I was going to go with. You gave them both a field goal, though. I don't like that.
Well, I just think we're going to give up yards. I don't like it, but I think we are.
Put your score predictions in the chat. If you're watching the replay, drop those score predictions in the comment section. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us on this Friday morning edition of Talkin VAWLS. The morning show is always brought to you by Grade A Grounds Coffee. Go to gradeagrounds.com. Use that promo code VAWLS, VAWLS at checkout. You're going to save 20%. They kick a little bit of money back our way. It ain't much. I want to support them because, again, East Tennessee guy, VFL, Tennessee alum. I want to support his company and see him have success. And on top of that, it's damn good coffee. So go get you some. If you've had it, put it in the chat. If you like that coffee or not. Gregory C, 45-25, good guys. Tim Rice, 41-31. Dave Morrison, 48-21. Blake Morgan, 38-17. Defense shows up on the road. Go Vols. I like it. Join us tomorrow. Tailgate show an hour before kickoff, live immediately after the game. I got a video coming out in about an hour, so stay tuned for that. Going to talk some good news, but I also got some bad news coming up here in about an hour. For Foul Ming, my name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. Go Big Orange.
That we chose.